Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 165.
Today we are once again moving rooms, so we got up, got ready for the day, packed everything up, and called Belt Services to take all of our suitcases. But since we do have a partial Savannah view here at Animal Kingdom Lodge, we did have to see if we could see any animals before we left. And we did get to see some giraffes, which was really exciting because we've really enjoyed being here at Animal Kingdom Lodge. I love being able to see the animals. But we are not sad that we're leaving Animal Kingdom Lodge because of the room we're going to. We did get an Uber over to Wilderness Lodge to stay in a standard room with club level access.
We fancy with club level now.
And we get free food.
Yeah, I like the free food because you definitely pay for the free food, but you have unlimited food while you're there. I will never complain about having unlimited food wherever I stay.
We were greeted when we got there with a sign, which was so much fun, and then walked up to the club level lounge where we got to enjoy lunch and wait for our room to be ready. We only had to wait about 30 minutes and then our room was ready. So of course we went, took some detail pictures, 360 pictures, and did a live tour of the room on Facebook.
Here in the main bedroom area, you do have 2 queen beds. There are kings available, but as with all the other resorts, very limited number of those king beds. So you have the 2 queen beds in here. You have this pillow, which Alyssa absolutely loves because it is very much themed to the resort, but it also has Thumper hiding on it. So fun little Disney detail in there. They have quite a few of those kind of scattered throughout this room. And if you'd like to see that entire room tour, it's linked down in the description and up top in the corner. And these rooms have also been remodeled since we stayed there, and we did get a video of the remodeled rooms right before the shutdown. Actually, they reopened the club level rooms, remodeled there at Wilderness Lodge. So we have a tour of both the Queen and King rooms at Wilderness Lodge, totally refurbished, and those are linked in the description as well. Once we were done with that tour, we had to actually get going because we have something very exciting in the parks today. We went back to the lounge and packed up a few snacks. They do have some little to-go bags with trail mix and stuff like that because we knew it was going to be a very long day for us in the park. We had booked something called the 90-day Fast Passes. It is only available to club level guests, and as it sounds, you can book your Fast Passes 90 days in advance. Normally, you can only book them 60 days in advance. So if you're booking them 90 days out, you pretty much get whatever you want, whenever you want for your Fast Passes. It is a paid add-on. It's $50 per person per day, and you have to do at least 3 days of it. But we wanted to try it out and review it. So the way it works is you call in at the 90-day window and they will actually book you 3 Fast Passes that don't follow the typical Fast Pass rules. They don't have any tier restrictions, and they can actually be in any park you want. They can be in multiple parks if you want, which means you can actually split your Fast Pass day because you have your 3 90-day Fast Passes, let's say in Magic Kingdom, and you have your 3 normal Fast Passes. You could book those, let's say in Epcot, and you can park hop in the middle of the day and use Fast Passes in both parks, which typically is not possible with the regular 3 Fast Passes. And since you are booking them before anybody else, you can do them every hour on the hour if you want to, which is what we chose to do today. With the room change, we knew it would be a little while before we got to the park, so we scheduled our first one for 1 o'clock, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 o'clock. We had a Fast Pass every single hour. Now, one thing they did tell us on the phone was make sure you book your normal Fast Passes for the first 3 hours, and then use your extra Fast Passes for the next 3 hours, because once you use those first 3, you can still book an additional Fast Pass just like you normally would be able to when you use your first 3 in the park. So potentially you could have 7 or 8 or 9 or even more Fast Passes in a day, depending on how quickly you use them and if there are still more available for the day. It was kind of a cool concept, and we're really excited to check it out.
So we made our way down to the buses and headed over to Animal Kingdom because that's where we're going today. And of course, our very first ride of the day had to be Flight of Passage. You have to start with the best one in the park. We love Flight of Passage. We did make it there about 10 minutes before the end of our Fast Pass and got to ride the ride, which of course was amazing because we love this ride so much. And because we are in Pandora, the next ride was at 2 o'clock at Na'vi River Journey. We do enjoy this ride, and because we were here and because we have plenty of Fast Passes, we did want to do this one as well. So that was ride number 2, but we now have time to kill.
Yeah, that's that's one thing that we quickly learned. When you do every hour on the hour, that's great if you have a longer experience like Flight of Passage or one of the shows, but Na'vi River Journey is not a long ride. So it was like 2:05 or maybe 2:10 and we were done with it. And we have to wait all the way until 3 o'clock for our next Fast Pass. So when you're planning it out, you gotta make sure you know what you're gonna do in between Fast Passes to try to kill that time. We decided to walk over towards our next Fast Pass, which was actually gonna be the Finding Nemo musical. We really love that show, but we have to wait till the hour's up. So on the way over there, we saw the dance party going on right there by Dino Land, and there were characters out and dancing, and then Kevin came out and was dancing. It was really fun.
And we did get the cutest little video clip of Coda from Brother Bear and Miko from Pocahontas. This was a really nice way to burn some time and of course have a lot of fun. They play so many great songs, a lot of our childhood favorites from Disney Channel shows. So we stayed here for a little bit and around 3 o'clock headed to Finding Nemo the musical, got in line because we do have a Fast Pass, but we also want to make sure we still get a good seat. And so we got there, waited, and when they finally let us in, we got front row seats to watch Finding Nemo the musical. We were so excited because we both love this show so much. And this ended up being one of the best experiences because we were so close. We got to see the facial expressions of everyone in the show. We even got to have Dory come really close to us, which was like the highlight of my day. It was amazing.
This seriously is one of my favorite shows anywhere on Disney property. I'm a sucker for Broadway shows anyway. Once the show was over, it was actually 4 o'clock because with the Finding Nemo show, you join the Fast Pass queue on the hour and the show starts on the half hour, which means we're up for another Fast Pass. And when we called in to make these Fast Pass reservations, the person that helped us on the phone was super on top of things. They wanted to make sure we had the most efficient plan possible. So we went from Finding Nemo the musical next door to Expedition Everest.
Which of course Robert was super excited about.
Yep.
I, on the other hand, was not as excited. I do not ride this ride. It is not fun for me. But we paid for this Fast Pass, and I decided if we were going to pay for it, I was going to ride it. And so I did. And I did not see any of the ride because I had grabbed a hoodie of Robert's and put it on and realized if I put the hood on, it covers my eyes. So I put that on and I experienced the ride. I mean, of course I was on it. I experienced all the bumpiness and everything. I just didn't see any of the ride. But I rode. I'm very proud of myself and I have a picture to prove it.
But do you have a picture to prove it if we can't actually see your face? And
I
all
was
you can
there.
see is, it's my hoodie though, so how do you know it's not me?
Because you're literally sitting next to me, so that's not possible. But yes, it was me. I am in that photo.
I don't appreciate you judging my skills. Maybe I'm skilled enough to be in two places.
You're not.
You know, whatever. That's fine. Everest was over. We had time to kill once again because, again, on the hour is our next Fast Pass, and it's like 10 minutes after the hour now. So we decided to go watch the Festival of the Lion King. This one is not one that we have a Fast Pass for because there's really no advantage to the Fast Pass seating in this particular show. We kind of like sitting anywhere they put us. There's lots of different sections and the different warthog and lion and elephant and giraffe sections. So I didn't really think it was worth using a Fast Pass here because Nemo, you get special seating right down front. Festival of the Lion King, you really don't. So we're just gonna go and watch the show in the standby line.
And of course, we love this show. We do like Finding Nemo the musical better, but this is still an amazing show. And it's indoors, it's air conditioned, out of the rain if it's raining that day. So we enjoyed being here, and once the show was over, we were able to go to our next Fast Pass, which was Kali River Rapids, and this was so much fun. We do love this ride so much. Of course, you know, if you're gonna be on there, you're gonna get wet. And we had a really good experience. We did get very wet on this ride. I'm glad we waited till later in the day after the shows because you never wanna time it where you ride Kali and then go sit in the air conditioning, because then you're just freezing and I don't enjoy that.
And as soon as we got off Kali River Rapids, it was time for our final Fast Pass of the day. We have used our original 3. We could have tried to get more, but there's really not that many things at Animal Kingdom that we wanted to get a Fast Pass for. So we're just gonna use our normal 6. We headed over to the Kilimanjaro Safari. It's a great way to end the day, especially later in the evening. It's starting to cool down a little bit. The animals are a little more active. You're more likely to see them. It wasn't quite a sunset safari because the sun was still out, but it was cooling off, and we saw so many animals this time. It was incredible.
We saw the rhinos actually really close to us, the giraffes, same thing. This was amazing. I'm so glad we ended with this. And this was the perfect day. We had such a great experience with these 6 fast passes, getting to do everything we want to do in a shorter amount of time because we don't have to wait in the lines.
And I have no idea how the next couple days are going to go with the 6 fast pass thing, but if today is any indication, I'm a big fan of this new program. It's not super expensive because there's only 2 of us, and I've really enjoyed the pace of the day having all those fast passes. Now, once we got off the Kilimanjaro Safari, we checked the time and realized there's really no way, even if we Uber, that we're going to make it back to Wilderness Lodge, to the club level lounge, before they stop serving the hors d'oeuvres, the dinner they have there, which is kind of a bummer because I really like the food they have in the evenings. There's usually some type of chicken or barbecue, and I love all the different snacks they have. So we decided to settle for the next best thing and walk over to Satu'li Canteen in Pandora. It's our favorite quick service in any of the parks, and especially here at Animal Kingdom.
Yep.
I had to get myself one of those cheeseburger pods. I love the cheeseburger pods. They're so simple, but I could eat them seriously every day. They're so good.
And I got the normal noodle bowl that I love so much. I really enjoy the beef. I actually prefer it over chicken. Normally it's the other way around for me, but for these specifically, I love the beef they have there, the flavor it adds to it. So we just enjoyed those, enjoyed the evening. And then we headed back and did make sure we were back in time for desserts. We're not going to miss that here at club level because, I mean, we have to end with dessert. It's just so perfect.
Tonight we were very excited to see that both of us had one of our favorite items there in the club level lounge for dessert. Alyssa had the chocolate whiskey cake that they bring out a few times
So
a
good.
week. It is incredibly rich, but it is really, really good. And then one of my favorites, they always have a cobbler every night, but they had the strawberry peach tonight, which I think might be my favorite. I don't know, there's the mixed berry one that's really good too, but this is probably my favorite one, just barely edges it out. That was great to find that one there whenever we got back. And of course they had some other things like little cupcakes and some cookies and stuff like that. And the Nespresso machine was still there, so I did have a decaf Nespresso with some hazelnut syrup and everything. Made my special little concoction that I made. And we sat in the lounge, enjoyed our desserts, just kind of talking about the day, recapping how we felt about the new Fast Pass thing we were trying out. And then we headed back to our room because we had a beautiful view of Magic Kingdom. We could see the Contemporary and Bay Lake Tower and Space Mountain. We couldn't see the castle because there was kind of a tree right in front of where the castle was. But we knew that meant we'd be able to see the fireworks really well from our room, and we decided we should record the fireworks. It'd be kind of cool. As it turns out, there's no music being pumped into our balcony on our room like there is at the club level lounge, so it was kind of weird because you could hear it echoing a little bit around. From the speakers over on the club level lounge or across the water, wherever it may be, but you can't really hear it. So even though we kind of know where all the fireworks are going and where the music is at that point, it's really weird to hear the fireworks without any music.
This was such a special experience and a wonderful way to end the day. We've had the best day ever between having club level food in the afternoon, of course being in the park, having those fast passes, coming back to great desserts and ending the night with fireworks. It's just the perfect Disney day, and we are so excited to do this all again tomorrow as well. So we'll see you tomorrow
For our Year with the Ears.